I am indeed now live. Just adjusting the. Ooh. Hello, can you hear me? What? What? Hello, can you hear me? Hello, hello, can you hear me now? Well, that's weird. Oh my goodness. This is why I hate technology sometimes. This is why I hate technology sometimes. Also, I was preoccupied about not so long ago. Give up. I give up. Right, let's start again, shall we, from the beginning. Hello, good morning, afternoon, everybody. My name is Jamie Jew. This is basically a run-through of all the national finals. And I went through Albania in dead silence because... Okay, right, so this little thing here, this microphone here, I don't know if you can see this. It's got like this little mute button, which... Oh, now, if it's mute... Well, no, it's not mute. If it's stone, like with the light here, it's meant to be red, by the way. But if it's meant to be pure with the light on, it means you're perfectly fine. Like the mic will pick you up. If it flashes, I won't press it now, but it won't. But if it flashes, it means you're on mute. Now, I accidentally pressed it because I was trying to adjust the microphone a little bit. Let me twist that around actually accordingly. Now, I accidentally pressed it, but I pressed it again thinking I was live. Well, it was picking me up. And it wasn't. And actually, the input at the bottom saying I was being picked up. So I thought none the wiser. Mental. Absolutely mental. I give up. Oh, dear. Anyway, right. Let's start again from the live stream properly this time. Good morning, as I say, hi. This is basically going through the run-through of all the national finals with your input in it, and I hope you can hear me now. I love you all, and thank you for sticking for me throughout it, thinking none the wiser. It is a certified Ferrari moment. It's a good thing I'm a Formula One fan, and I know what that means. Oh dear. Also, actually, bear with me. I'm just going to stop the stream for one moment because I do need to get the graphics back up again. For some reason, they've just gone bidey-bye. Oh, ignore that. I don't know why they keep doing this. It's just... I thought this was perfectly fine a minute ago. But what do I know? I don't know. Right, I'm going to restart the stream for a minute. I'm still here, don't worry. Bear with me. Hello, I'm back. I am back, and I've got the graphics back up again. Hopefully they don't disappear on me. But there you go. Right, let's kick things off properly. Restart, refresh. This is going through, of course, all of the national finals for this year's Eurovision Song Contest. And my thoughts, and I need your thoughts of what the whole shenanigans was about. What was your favourite parts? What was your floppers? Who do you think should have represented that particular country? That was fast. My stream didn't even got off. Oh, well. There you go. But yeah, 6 people watching at the same time. Thank you so much. Get commenting. Thank you so much. I love you all, to my regular viewers and listeners, I suppose, if you think about it. Considering you just hear me blabbing on like anybody's cup of tea. Right, so let's kick off with... get that back up again. There you go. Let's kick things off with Albania's national selection. Now, in total there were 4 nights in total. With overall from night 1, 3 songs being eliminated. I don't know what that was all about. Someone can enlighten me on that. In regards to all that. But interesting enough, what I did pick up whilst I was speaking literally on my own is that Douye only has and still has 2.5 stars to its rating. So it's not even... I think it had it a bit higher beforehand, but now as more people have been voting, obviously it's only got 2.5. But as people have been rating these particular songs, stuff like Bure and Cosmose Idashurise have had 4.5, with Stop, Stop Right Now, Thank you very much, at 4.5 as well, and a couple of 4 stars with an Eneden, easy for me to say, Eneden, and Mottit, with both 4 stars. And you do a qualified for, well, indeed, didn't get eliminated, more to the point. So there you go. Night 2 had less amount of decent songs, but at least you can say almost the right 2 got eliminated. DA, I think is how you pronounce it, got through. Bear with me for a minute. Hope you can all still hear me. And nothing's gone wrong with my microphone. Anyway, so yeah, that's good to know. So yeah, a couple of big songs which obviously did get through from night 2. Evita and Arome Jone, along with Jacima is Zemresime, I think I pronounce it, were the bigger factors, along with Douya and a couple of 3.5ers with them too. Lovely stuff. Thank you so much, Showery. What was your favourites, by the way, from these particular songs? Because never mind night 3, because they were apparently they were nostalgia nights, and I don't know hardly any of these songs with all these covers. Yeah, what were your favourites from all of these particular finalists? I never watched the Albanian national final. I will definitely do that next year. That is for sure. And by the way, the reason why I'm talking about national finals tonight and not like going through the songs is I am saving that for tomorrow. Right, this is what I was meant to tell you guys. So from tomorrow is my birthday. So yay, happy birthday to me. Happy 32nd birthday, in case you must know. Only now Albanian's entry. Don't know the songs, fair enough. And yeah, so it's my birthday tomorrow, but I want it to be like a private birthday. I don't want it to be like a, a big stream, or make a big stream, or like, get a load of people saying, hey, happy birthday, and all the rest of it. Obviously, thank you so much. But I'd rather save that for save the party itself, if you like, and opening presents, etc. For my friends, for my family, that kind of thing. And there's a couple of other things going on tomorrow anyway, including the football. And other sports and everything. Happy birthday in advance. Thank you so much, Ari. But yeah, I'm going to save tomorrow as my own personal thing, not do a live stream, etc. And talk about all of the songs properly next week, along with my buddy Damo, of course. Oh, happy birthday. Thank you so much, Brick Girl. But yeah, I will save the live stream for next week, where we talk about all of the songs for this year's competition, all 37 of them, which of course will be very interesting to say the least. So yeah, that's the reason why I'm talking about the national finals and going through them in some detail, and vice versa. But yeah, do you know what's funny about this? I do remember catching a video of all of the national final results and reactions. Yep. And interesting enough, Elsa Lila with Evita, let me see what stars she got. She got 4.5 with her song. But her and her song won the jury vote, or the whole festival itself. But it didn't end up being the entry, which is quite funny. Instead it went to Albina, and she came second. Which I think is even funny. Even funnier, more to the point. And also they mentioned third place was Atomic K by 2 Farm. Now, how many stars did that get? Atomic K, 2 Farm. Only 3.5. Just goes to show, isn't it? It just goes to show. That is very odd. But it's the way they did it. They did it. The whole festival itself done by juries only. the winner of, or indeed more to point, the artist and the song that will go on to represent Albania at Eurovision would be done by 100% televote. But there you go. I think they've kind of done the same thing last year, more or less. But there you go. Right, I want to move on from that because I don't really know much details about Albania. Not going to lie. To Belgium, arguably one of the starting talking points and indeed interesting moments of the national final, because I did end up watching this one, albeit I was a little bit late to the party. Now, first thing I should point out, Shireen Munipas. Look at the star rating it's got, albeit from around nearly 1,600 people before the national final even began. Nearly 5 stars. Yeah, that's somehow cool, I suppose. But yeah, nearly 5 stars for this particular song. And yeah, I don't even rate it. I thought it was too daft, too silly, especially with all these stupid little inflatables. The way out of it was interesting. I don't know, I just never got it personally myself. But a lot of people raved about it and obviously wanted her to be the entry. I suppose you can understand, since it's unique in nature. You can understand that. I'm not going to play any of the songs, by the way, because of copyright. Belgium, I watched the recap and found Gustav the worst. Well, put it this way, the ratings don't lie. Oh, dear. So Sharina came fourth, got the most stars, followed by Jointness with Tinquete, who got third, and the Carnival, who came fifth. Followed by a couple of 4 stars with Ooh La La, who ended up stone dead last, and the Roller Coaster, who of course feature, by the way, I didn't even notice this, but you like him as a person. Well, he's a nice person, isn't he, I suppose. But yeah. You recognise, yeah, I didn't even recognise the bloke to begin with. It's Tom Dice, me and my guitar. Just me and my guitar. Didn't even recognise him, since he's aged so much. But apparently, obviously, he was naturally peeved off, because he, along with her singing partner, no idea of her name, but they're called the Starlings, they sang a song called Roller Coaster and only lost to Gustav by 1 point overall. That is mental. And also, You Lift Me Up ended up finishing 6th, got 3 stars, and now Gustav at 2.5, albeit according to the people on EurovisionWorld.com, ended up winning the whole thing. Do you want to see the aftermath of it all again? Yeah, oof indeed. Now, because I've got my own reactions on here, albeit they're a little bit skewed. Actually, there is another video I saw, which would be better placed than this, rather than reacting to myself again. That would be just a bit stupid. I don't want to go live, I want to go to history, but there you go. Bear with me, I do also watch football and other things. Yeah, I also saw a video whereby it was someone reacting to all of... Yeah. Oh, by the way, yeah, in case you didn't know, Red Nose Day happened, which is basically a charity we do over here of comedy and laughter, and the main theme is about it, red noses. It's been a bit of a tradition since about the late 80s, which we always have good fun of, it has to be said. And yeah, they did a Eurovision sketch, which is about as funny as you'd expect. So let's see. Definitely saw it here somewhere of all the reactions. Yeah, here we are. Eurovision 2020 National Final winning moments. Let's skip ahead to that's Albania's winning the Eurovision crown. Alright, rewind a bit, because this is Belgium's. These are the highlights of them all, shall we say. Right, start from the beginning. Yeah, here we go. So, Shireen getting the points from the juries, which is everybody's favourite. Yeah, it was F1. I'm a big fan of F1. Side note, I expect... side note about Formula 1. I will be watching it tomorrow, along with my mates. And even though I have heard of the results, I don't normally watch Qualify, if I'm honest with you, but I have heard the results. Lovely stuff, lovely. Thank you, Harry, for being an F1 fan as well. But yeah, It'd be interesting to see. I mean, I expect Verstappen to fucking pass everybody. But it'd be interesting to see if, like, Red Bull tell Perez to, you know, let Max by. All things considered. Not going to talk about that. We're going to speak about what happened here. So, Gustav only got 121 from the jurors. Even he's surprised. And then Gala Dragot. Gala Dragot. We got 4.5 stars. Ended up getting the most amount of jury points. Albeit by 1 point. Yeah, televoting. So yeah, they got the most amount of the televotes, 183 points, in case you couldn't tell. But somehow, Gustav got enough public points to overtake the Starlings by 1 point. Hello, Leclerc, Russell, Red Bull, yeah, Red Bull, Doppel. Oh! Wait, Perez got disqualified as well? I did not know that. I saw the initial results. I did not know that. Okay, we'll find that out later. Let's just speak about Eurovision in the meantime. How in the Belgium? My prediction for the race. Oh, fair enough. Oh yeah, well, Verstappen Perez is going to be for the race, absolutely. But did both Red Bulls get disqualified? Or did not finish or whatever. I'm sure Perez got pole. I'm 100% sure Perez got pole. Anyway, never mind. So yeah, enough. Gustav got enough points to overtake the Starlings by 1 point, which is quite funny. Oh, still Perez Alonso. Yeah, I thought it was. Even he's shell shocked at the fact he's going to end up winning this. That's a cute moment, even though it's during the voting. They still respect each other. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Shireen only got 123. Bless her. She's got small hands, isn't she? Only 125. And then Gustav ended up winning it. Mental. This was my... Okay, I will show you my reaction now, come to think of it. Where are we? I did do a short for this, to be fair. But there you go. I just move. I did rewind. There we go. There's a reaction. Gustav looks very confused. Yeah, I'm aware of that. How bad can a country have a sense of music? I have no idea. I'm not suggesting that they do have a bad sense of... I'm not suggesting they do have a bad taste in music, but no sound from the vid. That explains it. I'll rewind again. No! Right, Gala, what'd you get? As far as I'm aware, you need 130 something. No! There you go. There's your sound. Oh my god! Whoa! I like the fact it went... In terms of my live stream, by the way, I like the fact it went fairly smooth here, and then all of a sudden... No! Pixels galore! How about that? Oh, there you go. Right, anyway, so Belgium was a mess. Like, how did they choose that badly wrong? Is anybody's cup of tea. Interesting enough, they got third in the juries and second in the televote, but won by 1 point when you calculate them up. Even the stream could not believe it. Oh, they did not. They could not believe it. Belgium, you did a really bad job. Sengala Lord Cringe AF. Crazy! Gustav win. Gala wins. Going to be Gustav. What? will be ending it. Yeah, they were not pleased. The streamers, has to be said. Pixels galore, that one. Anyway, so let's move on to Croatia now. I didn't watch this one, but I have seen like overall what happened. Hello, we've got some interesting ones. So 3 stars for this one. I'm guessing there was a bit more beforehand. I'm guessing maybe 3.5 to 4 stars. But this one here, Nevera Lele, 4.9 out of nearly 1,700 people. So it's a 6-piece lot. Again, never heard the song, but same, but again, the recap, yeah. Apparently, well, this did come second, to be fair. Oops, Daisy. No, I'm not showing you behind the scenes. Thank you very much. Not yet, anyway. But yeah, it came second with the juries and second with the televote. But they decided in the ultimate haste to send innuendos and, to be honest, I really like Mama Shkuk. I think so you pronounce it, by the way. Is it Shkuk? Shkushki? I don't know. Shkuk, I think it is. Anyway, so it is, like, when you hear it more often, I will admit it is quite catchy, but the community don't really like it that much. I think it is going to qualify. Spitting, so I don't know. So it's basically a form of spitting in Croatian, is it? Fair enough. Mama lubi morona. I don't know what that means as well, because obviously I've seen the translations. That has only got 3 stars so far. Anyway, Master Blaster, blooming Nora. What's that? Oh my life! No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Oh, it's a Russian term. Russian. Well, most of that kind of bok anyway, sort of from that area anyway. Especially Moldovan. Lost and Found, Angels and Demons, Bye Bye Blonde, eh? Good grief. Wow, a song that only got 1.5 stars has ended up 13th. And the song that started off the night... The band's called Top of the Pops. I love it. I love it. If you don't know what Top of the Pops is, you haven't lived. That's all I will say. Anyway, yeah, so basically, in case you couldn't tell, utter domination for Let 3 compared to the others. Let me add up. Let me grab a calculator for a minute. You can't see the calculator, but let me know. And then the mother married a moron. It's a Russian married. Well, yeah, I did read about that. I've read about it with a YouTube channel called Overthinking Eurovision. I'm happy with this quiz here. Fair enough. That's nice. Check out Overthinking Eurovision. It's very good. It literally delves into the insight of a good chunk of the Eurovision entries, or indeed those that would have been Eurovision entries, especially for Ireland, because they reckon it could have done. Oh, happy with the choice here. I think. Well, to be honest with you, I can't really comment because I haven't heard any of the songs. So anyway, let me total up some of the other songs here. Okay, so it got more points than those 2 songs there. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, those 2 songs there. Oh, you can't actually. Can you see the mouse now? Yeah, you can see the mouse. So yeah, that got more points than those 2 combined. Ain't that something? And then obviously the rest is... Actually, that would be interesting if it did. Doesn't matter. I'm not going to delve into it too much, other than it practically dominated proceedings. I'm not even going to give a proper reaction to it. Let's move on to Czechia, which arguably was certainly fascinating in the form of Pan Rabbit. What was Pan Rabbit's one? Oh, that one. Yeah, I didn't like that one at all. Right, look. Out of all the rest of them, I didn't really go to. Dominating it like Austria's going to dominate second semi-final. We'll get to that. Do you know, I will start talking about the semi-finals. I will still talk about the semi-finals later on. So yeah, Ghosteen ended up second. Did this It did, didn't it? Overall total votes get more than, I suppose it, well, makes sense, doesn't it? I suppose. Let me get my calculator out again. Hang on. So 10,484. No, actually, I'll just add up the others. 4217 plus 195. So total for those other four there only totals up to 7,882. That's also domination. Are you talking about Czechia as a strong national final? I don't know. I never really took to. I like that. I quite like this one, to be fair, Introvert Party Club. But the other two I never really took to. I get the sentiment for the first one now. Best number favourite here, but P2 and P3 also pretty strong. Fair enough. I don't know. I just preferred Introvert Party Club as a simple song. But I can understand why that was picked, all things considered. Let me get rid of my calculator. I don't know. I just never have taken to Vesna, personally, myself. I get why people like it. Don't get me wrong. I really get why people like it. Also, I've just noticed something here. Closed poll. Who should win the Czechia selection? My sister's crown with 69%. Nice. So there's that. Yeah, it practically dominated proceedings on both fronts, didn't it? Gained more votes internationally, and I'm guessing in the Czech vote as well. So yeah, pure domination. Let's move on to Denmark, which I did end up watching. I did also watch the Czechia one and the results as well. But yeah, there you go. It was only 5 songs anyway. So yeah, the first round of Dancing Melody Grand Prix. I particularly like Freedom. I Was Gonna Marry Him, I think, was overrated. Fair enough on Vesna, I guess, that's who we're talking about. Beautiful BS. Well, I like it because of the name, and that's about it. I like Glans Ballad as well. Never took to this one. Never took to this one. Why did the public and indeed the juries go for this one? I get some of it because it's a bit different and a bit quirky, but it's not up there for me, if you ask me. I mean, I get the main beat of it, but that's about it. But I would have preferred actually Freedom for me, because that ended up second after the super final. By the way, the super final was weird. You want me to prove the super final was weird? Here we go. Oh yeah, we'll get to Ireland later. And we'll get to Norway later. I'm not doing that. That is Spain. What was that one? That's Estonia. That's Romania. Here's Denmark. There we are. Perfect timing. Denmark was okay for me. There were strong songs from the rock genre, but why this? I don't know. Yeah. Yeah, so basically, but this time it's a weird 50-50 combination of jury and televote instead of 100% televote for the top 3 selection. But here's the interesting thing. Breaking my heart, Riley. Yeah, first of all, these were the 3 songs liked most by the televoters. Selected only by SMS since their app was broken. Oh, that's a shame. That is a shame. Also, check out the guy. It's like, he looks more nerdy than I do. The guy presenting it. Also, yeah, when I laugh about the app stuff, because the app voting for, or the online voting actually for best is 25-75, fair enough, 75 televote. Well, Finland did that, which we'll get to later. But yeah, I speak about the app and online stuff only because Junior Eurovision tried to do online voting and that got broken as well. Hence why I don't think we got a proper result for the junior televoting, even though the UK did win that. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah. Top 3 songs by the public were Breaking My Heart, Human, and Beautiful BS.
Breaking My Heart, Glansbilleder og Freedom.
Lige her. Ja, Human. Glansbillede.
Yeah, so basically after this, the juries just kept picking the same top 3. And they practically overruled, was it apart from Breaking My Heart, they practically overruled them. And they started calling the same thing. Yeah, every single jury around the nation called the same 3 songs. I know. Yeah, we can skip all that. They practically said the same 3 songs. Even Danish people themselves didn't understand what was happening here. I don't think any of us understood, if I'm honest with you, which is probably the beauty of it all. So everyone voted and now there's so much intrigue. What are the 3 songs advancing to the super final? Which were unsurprisingly the top 3 throughout the juries. It's like the televoters had no say in the top 3, do you know what I'm saying? Or the super final, more to the point. So it was Freedom, Breaking My Heart, and Glansbilled. Then the super final, which again was 50-50 split, jury and televote. So the jury votes came first. Those were the results of the jury. And then the results of the televotes. I am showing that Denmark people must have 185 AQ. I don't know, maybe. Now, interestingly enough, when you take all of that stuff, yeah, but when you take the votes of the televote compared with the jury, I think Freedom just snuck ahead of Breaking My Heart for the televote. But because of the overall vote, juries made sure Breaking My Heart was the winner. So there you go. There's that result. And Glansbilled had no chance in hell. Right, so let's move on to Estonia, which was just a straight one final song contest. Oh no, it wasn't. My apologies. There was 2 semi-finals and a final. So there you go. Freedom won televote, so in Estonia they would have won. Super final with jury is S, probably. I allowed that. Right, so for the first semi-final, first round of voting, so these were the top 4. Venom, Monsters, You Need to Move On, and Why Do You Love Me for the final. Then, out of the rest of them, House of Glass got the next best pick. I'm guessing that was, 100% televoting. So 2 songs from the semi-finals were given a wild card for the final. Well, that's mental considering Uksam Karaga got 5th in the second round of voting and they got a wild card. Mental. Second semi-final, Bridges unsurprisingly topped second semi-final along with Lighthouse Awaiting You and Toujours. And Bad Philosophy got the wild card. Hey? Now you made me depressed. Sorry. I'm sorry. Well, let's just go through these one at a time. So, So how come the song finishing second to last got the wild card from the first semi-final, and yet the song finishing second from the second round of votes in the second semi-final get the wild card? Venom Monsters will be both in my top 3. Fair enough. Whew. Yeah, I'm a bit confused by that one, I'm not going to lie. Anyway, so then it also goes to the final, with the top 3 of those going to the super final. And then it was just 100% televoting after that. So it was Monsters, Venom, and Bridges were the top 3. Now, the jury votes, by the way, were conducted. They stole each other's points. The jury votes, by the way, were conducted in such a way whereby it was, I think, national votes or national jury votes from around the country. But let's have a double check. Estonia was here earlier. Here it is. Oh, that's giving that thing away. Right, Estonia, let's go.
And a third thing, thank you for giving this great excuse to wear this very nice jacket. So I thank you for that. I'm enjoying.
Good to know.
And I'm glad to notice somebody else has a strange sense of humor. My 10 points, Melik.
10 punkti, Melik.
Yeah, Melik was definitely a strange sort of humour. Sorry, the graphics have gone again, but I'll keep an eye on the chat, that is for sure. There was venom in their head and monsters in their blood. Oh, bless you. Bless you, bless you, bless you. Oh, yeah, because you're from Estonia, aren't you?
Amazing.
It was fair.
Song,
it was fair.
Song. My 12 points, Alika.
Alika sai 12 punkti Tomilt. Thank you, Tommy.
Yeah, so Alika practically was the top dog in the jury vote.
Janek, palju õnne.
And the televotes were done virtually in reverse amount of points. Yeah, don't play that for copyright's sake.
Olli, palju õnne.
This is the announcement of the top 3 ended in the first round, heading into the super final. Blah 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 blah. Super da do.
Rahva ja žürii häälte liitmist. Alika, palju õnne.
Da 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 da. I don't wanna get done for copyright, but they blank it out anyway, so that's fine.
See on Bedwetters, palju õnne.
Yeah, so the bedwetters went through. Monsters would be perfect. I mean, it's certainly a catchy enough song, that's for sure.
Pronksmedali ehk 3. koha võistlusel Eesti laul.
Yes, this is the announcement of the top 3. I'm assuming you already watched this, Harry.
3. koht.
Third place was.
Bedwetters, palju õnne.
Da 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 dee dee dee. There was only a lot of this, wasn't there, for bedwetters? Weren't there? No, it's fine. Don't worry about your English. It's as bad as Sam. Jesus. We'll get to San Marino soon, actually. Skip a bit, and then the announcement of the winner.
Eesti Laul 2023 võitja on Alika, palju õnne!
There you go, and that was that. So yeah, Alika won with quite a lot of votes. Like, she was the most popular overall in terms of the public, the Estonian public. There's that. Although that being said, Venom and Bridges were very close in terms of like the poll and everything. So hey ho. Finland's. I don't even need to say more because we all love Cha 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 as it is anyway. And that's like second favourite as far as A, the community is concerned, and B, the public, the bookies is concerned. So it did top the jury votes, which is like a sort of international, I think it was international, sort of Melody Festival and type thing. Let me double check if I can find it. That was Croatia's. Northern Ireland, Northern Norway, Spain, Romania. That's Croatia's, that's Italy's, we'll come to that. Malta will come to... What's this one? Oh, that was Lithuania's, which is actually kind of interesting. Lithuania's, if you think about it, was almost as interesting as Poland's. Yeah, no, I'm going to say perfect choice, absolutely. Yeah, so basically with this one, they did the jury votes similar international jury voting as per Melody Festival and the Melody Grand Prix. So I know Finland don't like to think they're part of Scandinavia, but come on. Only I didn't know the televote was 75%. Well, here's the thing about the televote. So, first of all, Portion Boys got the second most amount of the televote with 124, which is quite funny. Which is the one with the Formula 1 reference in it. Kimi Räikkönen. And poor old Benjamin. I like Benjamin. He only got 32 points.
30.
And yeah, brace yourself for this.
The total points for Käärijä is 539 points. Käärijä received...
Jeez, so yeah, in case you couldn't tell, Käärijä got more televote points than Ukraine did in last year's contest. Now that ain't domination, I don't know what is. I was just like shell-shocked. I did watch this live, but I won't show you my reaction. But yeah, need I say more? Käärijä did more than deserved it. Off he goes into the final. Though, slight shout out to Sama Tavetska that song, because it was quite decent. And no business on the dance, we got third. Mental. I mean, practically all of them got the same amount of televotes, apart from something to lose. There you go. And I like your minimum as well. Anyway, moving on to... Well, I would talk about Georgia, but it was more of an artist selection, so... Even Kalush is scared, quite. I would talk about Georgia, but it was more of an artist selection via The Voice, so I'm not going to dive into that too much, if I'm honest with you. In other words, no. But I will move on to Germany, which is Unsilit for Liverpool. I do remember watching this one with quite a bit of interest, because I do love Blood and Glitter. Sorry. It's a shame other people don't like Blood and Glitter as much as I do. But there you go. It is what it is. 5 people watching at the same time. If anybody else is there, say hi in the chat. Let me know your thoughts of all these national finals. But yeah, interesting enough, Blood and Glitter didn't do that well with the juries. Although there was a funny moment from this. Here it is. No, we'll deal with Poland in a minute. We'll deal with Poland especially. Yeah, funny about this, all these other countries, they did the same styling as Melody Festival and with the juries. So Switzerland, Netherlands, Spain, Lithuania, Ukraine, Austria and the United Kingdom votes were virtually like non-existent for Lord of the Lost. Apart from Finland, who gave it 12. Ain't that something? But there you go.
Will Church, congratulations.
Yeah, so Will Church got the top dogs with the juries. And a funny moment did happen between... oh, God. Who's the German girl again? Who's hosting it all and doing the jury spokesperson? Barbara! That's it. She had a funny moment with the lead singer of The Roop. I forget his name, sorry. But it was funny. I don't know if you're able to see it. Probably not. No, that's fine. We'll have to skip it. But it was a nice moment between the two of them. By the way, Will Church looks a tiny little bit like my old man. On a side note there.
Ike Hüftgold gerade mit 10 Punkten. 101 Punkte kommen dazu. 100.
Ike Hüftgold already got 101.
Lord of the Lost gerade mit 43 Punkten.
And that, yeah, that was a good bit of well, I suppose if you think about it, domination from Lord of the Lost. I won't say it's total domination, but it was very close. And Will Church only got 21 from the televote. Same amount of points with Ike Hüftgold in second place, but there you go. Apart from the cringe between the songs, be lucky to not understand German. I'm happy with the results of the top 3. Blood and Glitter also in my top 5. Yes! Yes. I do like Blood and Glitter. I think it's 4th in my list. Though I am switching between that and Malta. I will admit that personally. Yeah, I like Malta for some reason this year, but there you go. Let's move on to Iceland, because we've got a lot to cover. 10 songs participated overall. But for some reason, these were split into two semi-finals with 5 songs each. Don't get that. But there you go. So, out of the 2 semi-finals, they announced the top 2 progressed to the final. Whoa! Oh my god, I've only just noticed this for the first time. 2 votes separated. Stand 'em Since That by Bragi and Celebs. Jeez. That is mental. Cool entry, but didn't watch the national final. I did. Wait, I thought Annika was second, then I'm not happy. I think you're talking about Germany, aren't you? Bear with me. Yeah, Annika only 6th. Once Upon a Dream was only 6th. Iceland, back to Iceland. So yeah, that Doma's Dance was the wild card. That's some anti-Kalish gap. And then you got OK and... Wait, was Power there? Oh, she had a different song. Wait, what? Oh, that makes sense. So they were all in Icelandic for the semi-finals, but they were English, or at least mostly English translated, or translated into English for the most part, in the final. And yeah, I really like this one, I'm not gonna lie. It was quite catchy. Okay, okay, etc. I quite like this one because I did watch the national final. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, got the... Oh, I came last in this jury. That's very interesting. That would have been even more interesting if it was converted into points. That probably wouldn't have made the top 2 then. Would have been cool if it stayed Icelandic, probably. Would have been interesting to hear the Icelandic version, I'm not going to lie. But there you go. So yeah, Power got the winner overall because of the first round and second round of voting. Like, that is not a huge surprise, you know what I'm saying? Not a huge surprise whatsoever. Wait, so there's first round of jury and televoting and then pure televoting in the second round? Oh, gee, at least they revealed the results. At least you can say Iceland are transparent with their votes and announcing them. I got the power. Thank you, King, for tuning in. So yeah, sorry the graphics aren't up. Unfortunately, I've got issues. Not those sort of issues, King. Don't read too much into that. So moving on to Ireland, this was the most interesting one of them all because there were 3 sets of votes for this one: international jury, national jury, and televotes. Now the international juries put We Are One second and Midnight Summer Night, which was a lot of people's favourites. Not mine per se. Fair enough. You're ever so welcome. Wasn't my particular favourite Midnight Summer Night. I actually kind of preferred We Are One. I don't know why. I know you said nothing. But yeah, that got first. Well, it got second out of. Yeah, We Are One got second out of the international juries and first with the international juries. Too Good For Your Love, Blooming North. Yeah, then it was all a little bit weird after that. Interesting enough, Public Image Limited. I don't know. I hated Midnight Summer Night. Absolutely like We Are One. You and I should. Jeez, we have so much in common. There you go. Yeah, a lot of people wanted Midnight Summer Night, so that got second overall via the national jury and the televote, which I suppose is fair. Interesting enough, both the national juries and the televoters agreed with each other in terms of the running of the order. Interesting. So there's that. And of course, even more interesting enough, it came literally down to the wire. It's a shame they don't like announce who gets the 10 and who gets the 12 first. We Are One is in my top 10. I would say I like it, but I would say it's not in my top 10. In fact, I would say it's begrudgingly 21st. Like, it's slightly gone down for me. I don't know why it has. I do like it. It's just not up there. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll say it's literally that, personally. Yeah, shut up, King. Good thing the graphics are off. Right. Moving on to... Well, yeah, we got a big complicated one with Italy, San Remo, because that was a long thing. So... Yeah, there was a lot of different nights to go through with this one. Fair enough. So we got all these different things. So literally it was such a complicated night. Oh, yeah. Excuse me about that. So yeah, Marco Mangoni won the first night overall. And then it was splashed by Kalapske and Di Martino that won the second night. Press, for some reason. Okay. And then the third night, Marco Mangoni won it overall. Alba, interesting, 11th with the poll, but televote first. Very interesting. Very interesting. Super Noi Tango. And Splash, even though it topped the perspective, I'm guessing semi-final or whatever, didn't do that well overall. Only came 8th. That's mental, that is. And then he had Cover Night, which Marco Mangoni also won with Let It Be. Jesus. Don't know anything about it, but I would like them to send Måneskin again. I Want to Be a Slave. Don't get me wrong, I like that song. And I also do like the cover of Begging. But I don't know, the other songs haven't been that riveting as of late. So maybe in about 5-6 years or something. Maybe do a Loreen. Or Johnny Logan, in that sense. I don't know, you never know. Maybe in 10 years' time or something. When they're a bit older. Anywho, so... Oh, he had the Kingdom Choir with him as well. Don't know who they are, but whatever. And then he had all that. And then, of course, he had the ultimate 5th night, which went to the super final. And, well, says it all. De Vite got... It smashed it. It smashed it out of the park. Televote 32.3%. Total 45.5%. Understandable. Although what's even more funny about Marco Mangoni is that he wants to change the song. Potentially. Which I find very strange. I don't know. Bit odd, that one. Here's what it is. Maybe he might not change the song. Marco Mangoni looks like Ollie Murr, says Antonio. Thank you for tuning in. I would get the graphics up to show all your comments and everything, but it's gone down again. Such is my love life. So, let's move on to Latvia. That's a complex one for the semi-final. So basically, there were 14 songs in total, and only 10 of them would make the final. Why not just half them down? Make it 7 or something? I don't know. But there you go. Southern Lights won fairly comfortably. Jury and televote. Good Lord knows what these other songs were like. What were these other songs like? Geez, he had some ones like Hush, Fake Love, and You to Hold Me, who were 4.5 stars. And even one 4.5 star didn't even make it. Jeez. So 3 4.5 star markers. Hush got 2nd. Oof. Fake Love got 6th. And You to Hold Me got last. Jeez. How do you say Feliciello? I think is how you pronounce it. But that is your surname, of course. I'm not a fan of this song, so yeah. Do you know what? I quite liked it to begin with, especially with the do, because it's basically a 6/8 beat. That one is interesting enough. It's a 6/8. So it's not very conventional beats as far as any sort of Eurovision song is concerned. There you go. Interesting that one of the 4.5 stars, according to the community, ended up last in its national final. That's mental. Oof. Yeah, Sunlight's only got, was only got at the moment. Where is it? 4.5. Oh, fair enough. Funny it qualified because it ended up starting last in its thing. Mind you, it was 7th in the final running order. Fair enough. Let's move on to Lithuania, because this is fairly similar in terms of its slight controversies to another country which we'll come to. Nice entry for Latvia, but didn't watch the NF. Neither did I, to be fair. Let's move straight to the final, because the ruling is, by the way, that if there is a tie for jury and televotes, jury has the say in a tie. Now, Monica, out of the jury selection that was there, she knows 2 of the panel of the jury people. No, I'm not singing Euphoria. But I might do later. Yeah, exactly. That is interesting. Because Monica knows 2 of those people in the jury. I think there was like about 5 or 6 in the jury, I think. Yeah. A little bit controversial. But that being said, the televoters did put them 10. So I don't think that unhappy with it. But put it this way, it won't be as bad as one country we'll get to later. Now, as far as I'm concerned, Solo was possibly the better. I like Solo. I really like this one. It was a sort of 80s kind of. It was like an old-fashioned 80s, but a really good one. They really emphasised the 80s taste, if you like. No, I'm not singing this time by Monica. I may sing later. Anywho. Yeah, I really do like Solo. I really did like Solo, actually. Anyway, so we'll move on to Malta, because it was on one of the nights whereby it was sort of like one of them long ones. In a tie, it should be the televoters or even a shootout. Fully agree. But how would you have time for shootout? Just thinking of the broadcasters. Broadcasters will say no to that in a heartbeat because of the time schedules that they do have for other program budgets. But if you're going to do a tie, do it via the televotes, not via the juries. But hey-ho. Now, Checkmate was arguably the song to pick for the Malta national final. But it only came 5th overall. Oof. And yeah, Dance Our Own Party, while coming joint 2nd in the jury votes, I think 3rd on countback, but won almost by a landslide the televotes, which is quite funny. Which I particularly like. I really do like Malta this year. Do you wanna dance? There's your singing for you. But I do like Malta this year, even though not a lot of people do. But there you go. A lot of people love Checkmate. I never heard of Checkmate, still haven't done so actually. So I can't comment. But there you go. It is what it is. Who do you want to win? Well, we'll discuss that next week. I'm just focusing on national finals in this live stream. Because if you just tuned in, my birthday's tomorrow. So I'm like making it kind of a private thing. I'm not doing any special live streams or videos or whatever. I'm saving all of proper Eurovision discussion for all of the songs this year for next week. So stay tuned. So next Saturday, by the sounds of things. So yeah, the busker I love. The semi-final was an absolute bloodbath. In semi-2, I would put them... Yeah, that's like what I do fifth of Malta. I do like the song, but yeah, they're in a tough first semi-final. Semi-2, I would see them go through. But hey, that's the luck of the draw. Moldova. I do remember watching Moldova, actually. I watched it with my mate Damo. This one featured Sunstroke Project. They were trying to go for it for the third time with the Yami Mami or whatever it was. I can't remember all of it now. Duma was the biggest hit rate according to the thingies, but I didn't rate it. I didn't rate it that much. But I like Yummy Mummy with Sunstroke Project. Jesus. Hey, Buggy! How you doing? Graphics are gone. Sorry about that. But I will see your comments. How you doing there, my buddy? But yeah, we're talking about the national finals. In case you couldn't tell, well, I'm doing a live stream tonight talking about the national finals only and go through the highlights and all the bits and pieces. Sunstroke Project strong, but Pasha even stronger, says Ari. I will admit, Pasha, I will admit Solari Saluna was a better song, albeit that's just because a midget is playing a flute. You can't get more Eurovision than that. Come on. Anyway, as much as I love Sunstroke Project, you can't get more Eurovision than a midget playing a flute. Only in the Eurovision Song Contest. What's up? You're coming. What paper? Oh yeah, because you're doing my. Whatever. My mum in the background, everybody.
Oh, yeah.
You can only hear her voice. But there you go. I'm not seeing anything, Antonio. All right, bear with me. Anyway, but yeah, in case you're just tuning in, by the way, Buggy, my birthday's tomorrow, but I'm making more of a private thing, so I'm just talking tonight about the highlights and lowlights and what happened in the national finals for this season. I'll focus on all of the songs next week and on Saturday when my mate Damo is back. But yeah, tomorrow I am literally just making it as a private thing, lazy thing, where I'm watching bits and pieces, but it's a birthday thing, so there you go. I'm 32nd, by the way. Solari Saluna. Hi, Jamie's mum, I know. Right. I do prefer Solari Saluna simply because of the midget. Am I allowed to say that? Midget? I guess I would. Small person. At the end of the day. It just reminds me of the Top Gear thing that does. There you go. Solari Saluna dominated it by both counts, so yeah, understandable. I mean, I don't have any complaints. Where were we? Moldova. Let's move on to Norway. Thank you so much, Buggy, for the happy birthday. Let's move on to Norway. Because boy, oh boy, this was... I do remember watching this. I'd never heard any of the songs before going into the final, and I would only focus on the final. Now, I liked Honestly, don't get me wrong, I really did like Honestly, and I thought she could have perhaps done it. A Masterpiece was so overrated by the juries, only got 28. If you ask me, that was so overrated. Skrillex, I mean, she was interesting. Put it that straight. Pasha Parfeni looks like Alex from CBeebies. You watch CBeebies with a name like that? That's going to be ending soon, apparently. Jeez. Yeah, Umami Tsunami with Geronimo got last. Oops. Yeah, Skrillex was interesting. Elsie Bay, Love You in a Dream. But yeah, honestly, the top two songs were Honestly and the eventual winner, Queen of Kings. I loved her reaction. I loved Alessandra's reaction when she won. Do you want to see it? Because I know you do. Thankfully, I'll watch it on this one because thankfully it blocks out most of the songs. Where is she? Here she is. She was nervous AF, bless her heart. Skip Ireland. And yeah, Melody Grand Prix did the jury votes, same as international jurors. Yeah, Queen of Kings is a masterpiece, top 3 in such a strong contest. I think it should be top 3, personally. And yeah, even we had a say in it. The old British.
Poäng går till
The fact that Atle did so well with the juries.
Till Alessandra.
I think they were happy. And the winning performance was absolutely strong voice. It was strong voice and strong worded at one point. Don't fear the pain, just break the chains. I love that moment. I love that moment. Queen of Kings will definitely qualify for the final. Amen. I just love it when she said break the effing chains. That was just legendary. Yeah, those were the international jury points. Less. Yeah, so 78 points for Ulrike. And Atle only got 28 points. Oof. Oh, bless. Oh, he says same, indeed. This is her winning moment. Bless her little cotton socks. Oh, bless her, she's so nervous. And Ulrike's just sort of like, yeah, I'm chilled, I'm smiling, hello. Falls to her knees. I love her reaction to this. It's so heartfelt, so innocent, so honest. Yeah, I'm going to skip ahead because it does play the song throughout it, but hey, I think to say she's happy. This is a good moment. Oh, getting onto the stage. Steps. Oh, I can't be bothered. Crawls. This is arguably my favourite reaction to all the winners when they won it. Lifts the trophy, or at least picks it up. And then, just like a 5-year-old, drops to her knees. Oh, bless her. I'm guessing it means thanks. Bless her Italian cotton socks. Oh, she is so sweet. Thank you, Rebecca, for tuning in. Da-da-do. Here it is. I love it. That was the best one yet. That was the best reaction. Oh, dear. Anyway. Swearing aside, that was amazing. I love that moment. Right. How you doing, Rebecca, by the way? Right. So from a lovely moment to arguably the biggest controversy surrounding this national final. Poland's national selection for the competition. Should we talk about it? Of course, everybody wanted Gladiator to win. Now, they have said, according to the system here, they have said that Solo got 10 points from the televoters. And yet they still aren't happy. Norway taking it seriously. They still love Keith and Jim, though. Oh, Keith, Jim. Well. Should we go by their real names? Gute and Ben. Because, hey, it is what it is. But yeah, Poland was just mental. Now, obviously, Blanka herself, never mind the performance. Poland performance is so bad, you get second-hand embarrassment. Do you know what? Actually, the first 30 seconds she's quite bad, but I will admit she improves to a certain degree. Like, she's not as bad for, like, I'd say 2 minutes 15 of the song, but to begin with, she is bad. Like, it's awful. But whether they can fix that, it should be not too bad of a performance. Sorry, my nose is slightly blocked. Right, the main talking point from all of this is that obviously it was a national jurors and an internet and a televote as well. Oh, excuse me. They've revealed that Blanka got second place in the televote. I'm guessing reasons, so they say. But what makes it even more annoying about this, if your favourite country loses, you will cry. Absolutely. Totally agree. And well, Poland Poland are crying galore. Poland are crying galore. Like, I read a stat about like which particular countries vote for their own songs in these polls, right? Israel are voting by half a dozen, and so are Armenia to a certain degree, both at 98%. Like, obviously, they love their own entry, fine. Poland is only at 7%. The fact that they hate this entry is an understatement. Man, what do you think what do you think how stupid people are? Like, no neutral jury would even give a pint when we have others that say more better. Well, the head jury, by the way, I've forgotten her name, but the head jury of the whole thing, let me get a hold of the national final. Here it is. That's something else. That's San Marino. Lol. Yeah, that's... Well, we'll come to that. Right, so...
Natasha Urban.
I'll get the big screen up. It might take a little while for it. But the girl on the left, or the woman on the bottom left, was the head of the jurors, right? Her son is best friends with Blanca. I mean, come on. Anyone who doesn't get that is like putting 2 and 2 together and making 11. Like, come on. And her son was sitting right next to Blanca throughout the night. In the little green room thing. And listen to the reaction when they only gave 7 points to Jan. Listen to the reaction from the audience.
Miejsce czwarte. Jan z Gladiatorem.
I mean, that is audible booing from the audience. Like, if they were to hide it in such a manner, they would not give Jan 7 points. At least give him like 10 to try and make it as even as they possibly can. Yeah, they don't even try to hide it. I know. So mental. Yeah, they're going to get what's coming. Put it this way. If Poland qualify, it'll be a miracle. I honestly think it'll be a miracle if Poland qualify personally, but we'll get to their entries soon. Well, we'll discuss it further next week.
I na miejscu pierwszym Blanka z utworem Solo.
Yeah, that guy in the middle, by the way, the one with the glasses, is the head judge's son, as far as I'm aware.
Przypomnijmy sobie głosy polskiego jury.
Yeah, or announcement of overall results without some details like televoting results. Although they reveal it later, of course.
Miejsce 10.
The third place was Dominic.
Emocje sięgają zenitu.
See the audience in the background, listen, they're shouting, Jan, 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 Jan. Mental. Even Blanca's saying it! Even Blanca's saying it!
Pojedzie na Eurowizję?
Proszę Państwa, Polskę reprezentować będzie 3, 2, 1.
Do you know what? Actually, let me do a Bart Simpson. Right, at any moment now, you can pinpoint to the exact moment of where Poland's heart rips in half. Right. Oh, is my screen frozen? Ah! Well, it was right there. Oh, Struth. Let me see if I can fix that. I can, apparently. So there you go. Yeah, that's the moment there where Poland's half rips in half. Poland's heart rips in half. Right there. Yeet on a big time. She feels guilty. I mean, I don't think she expected it. I think she obviously expected a little bit of help. But considering the public really wanted Jan, even she's sort of going, all right, fair enough. Although, is that a shock face on her? Oh, and by the way, the cheer you can hear in the background, mixture of like they hid some booze. They hid some booze.
Proszę Państwa, wszystko stało się jasne, a nagrodę wręczy dyrektor biura programowego pani Aneta Woźniak.
Mental. Right, less said about that, the better. Let's move swiftly on to Portugal. Now, I didn't catch the national final because it literally fell on the same night of Melody Festival. But there you go. She knows to play along. Probably, but there you go. What are your thoughts on Poland's, by the way, in terms of the whole controversy about it all? Like, how on earth do you think they're going to get away with it? But there you go. Excuse me. So, let's move on to Portugal. Now, I don't remember Portugal too much, but let's just focus on the final. Well, that's just pure domination. Although, that being said, as far as I'm aware, let's see if we can get Portugal up. I think it was a bit early, actually. What's this one? That's not Portugal. That's something else. That's Melody. Spain are also here somewhere. That's Romania. That's Denmark, which we've already touched upon. What's this one? What's this one? Oh, no, yeah, there's Denmark. That's Croatia. That's Italy. Malta. Lithuania, Finland. San Marino. Yeah, Portugal somewhere. This must be it. Yeah, no, that's Moldova. Yeah, Iceland. What's that one then? That's Serbia. I mean, we'll touch on Serbia in a moment. That's Melody Festival. Oh, here's Portugal. It was like right at the end. Lol. So obviously they did jury votes in Portugal. Why was it right at the end? By the way, check out these graphics. These are arguably some of the best graphics yet. Ooh, that's satisfying. I will admit that's satisfying. Jan would be my #1 for the contest next year. It will be forgotten, and Blanca won't be there second time. Like, she will not qualify for the final, but I'm extremely angry that I can't vote for the best song from all of them. What? Semi? Oh. That sucks. That does suck. Now, our Curaçao and our Festa both got the same amount of jury points. So, for fairness, they both got 12 points as an overall combination, rather than one getting 12 and one getting 10. Which I find quite interesting. Now, I guess that's fair. But you could do a count-back system. Like, who got the most 12s and 10s, if you ask me. But, hey-ho, there you go. And these were the televoting results. Also, doesn't the male host look like Rami Malek? Perhaps. Of Queen fame. And 1 point went to... whoopsie-daisy. Graphics got it wrong. They're nice and pretty, but they got it wrong. Lol. So they meant to say song number 7, Fim do Mundo, but it went to Curaçao. According to the graphics, F on the chat below. Now they should have just put the 66 points with them. And I hate these type of 12 points here, 12 points there. Yeah, they're not ideal. Like Estonia did do that, but there you go. Don't worry, they fixed the graphics. Yeah, they fixed it. And then 10 points went to our Festa. As far as the televote is concerned.
Força. 1, 2, 3. Mimicat!
12 went to Mimicat. They're nice and fancy graphics, but unfortunately they made a bit of an F-bomb. Not that type of F-bomb, but there you go. Right, so there's that. Other than our Festa and our Coruscant kind of practically dominating, taking everybody's votes with them. Didn't get the most amount in terms of the televotes, in terms of percentage. Liked our Festa more. I can't comment. But fair enough. I quite like our Coruscant, to be fair. Kind of reminds me of like a sort of jolly comedy thing, if you know what I'm saying. That kind of thing. Let's touch upon Romania very briefly. Oh, okay. Look at the star rating. Look at the star ratings. The one with 2.1 or 2 stars 1. That is crazy. Unless, of course, it got more points overall and then, like, more people voted for or more point rated it and they have gone sort of like, oh, yeah, it's pretty rubbish. Whereas, Pernit and Mare, jeez. Oh, we got one with blah, blah, blah. Took a leaf out of Italy's junior book this year. From last year, that is. Alright. Looks more appealing, to be fair. Da 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 dee. Da da dee dee dee. Yeah, the fact it got, I'm guessing it was 100% televote? Yes, it was. 100% televote and online, and they got the most amount of votes. Good luck, Romania. But didn't watch the end. Well, I think the performance is very distracting. More than the song. It's a nice enough song, but yeah, the performance is distracting. Pink Jack sounds like teachers performing at the end of a school assembly. Well, we're about to touch upon them, I think, some point. Yeah, funnily enough, we are. We are, Finn. Thank you for tuning in. Yeah, only 2 stars, and you got Fiori Somate and all the rest of it with decent stars. And then you got... Unbelievable. The thing is, though, I bet you any money with the studio version of this particular song, I'll bet you any money it sounds a lot better. And indeed, when you do it live at Eurovision, because let's face it, the national final itself, kind of forget about it. According to my mate Damo, that is, apparently he didn't really rate it at all. So there's that. Not much to speak about with San Marino, if I'm honest with you. Serbia we did touch upon, to be fair. Mention them. I quite like Serbia, I must admit. Here's all the semi-finals. But I don't know all of these songs. I've never watched the semi-final. Oh, more point the national final. What, mind you, one thing's caught my attention. Prick and Nada got 12 each from the jury and televote, and yet only 6 on the same side but on different ends. And yet Sama Mrs. Spava, second on both fronts, are like, yoink, I'll take that. Serbia second favourite, very, very strong. No, I don't think it was his mic area about San Marino. I think it was just the staging and the cameras for that matter. I don't think it was very well done overall. That's why I think a lot of people don't particularly rate it. I bet any money it sounds a bit better come, you know, maybe the studio version or the I don't think it'll qualify still, but we'll see. But yeah, that's interesting. That whatever that is. Let's have a look at it. Okay, just a woman singing on her own. Got 12 of the juries, and this got the biggest amount of points from the televote. Who looks like a Viking, it has to be said. A Serbian Viking. Oh, he's a handsome lad as well. I like techno, so it's more as a genre boost for me. Fair enough. Oh, techno. Oh, yeah, with the... I like it also because it's got, like, video game vibes about it, with the game over bit and everything. So there you go. Interesting. That they've effectively done a Ukraine of 2016 by coming second in both ends and still end up winning. Right, let's move on to Benidorm. The only place to have a national final in its country, and also the home for British holidaymakers, as I always say. Now, as far as all of the songs in the final was concerned, I would have preferred Arcadia. Not going to lie, I would have preferred Arcadia right here. But it only came fourth. As an alternative, I wouldn't have minded Queer Arda. But I think it's slightly overrated by the community, if you ask me. I don't expect Spain to do as well as they think they would. Though that being said, they got second most amount with the demoscopic jury, and they did get the most amount by the televote, as well as the overall national jury. So, make that what you will. Although it was very close between them and Quero Ardere. Make that what you will. Didn't watch it, recap wasn't good, and the choices, I don't know, it's kind of bad, honestly. I did think a lot of the Spanish songs this year were not that good, although a lot of people would say otherwise. I don't expect Spain to do that well, as per what the community is saying. I think the juries are going to go to this one, if I'm honest with you. It's nice, don't get me wrong, I like the and at least it makes sense. Like, you know, it's a proper sound music song you can listen to, etc. I just don't think it's that decent. I just don't highly rate it. I think it's decent, but I don't highly rate it. I think I put it 16th overall in my top 37. I kind of like it. I can't knock it too much. I'll come to Sweden in a minute, but yeah, there's not much else to say about Benidorm Fest other than most of the people, it's a demon summoning. Oh dear, I suppose it could be. Right, we'll come to Melody Festival in a minute, for obvious reasons. Let's go to Ukraine first. We're here with you, as always. Now, When God Shut the Door was the most popular one out of the initial ratings. There you go. There came second and... well, third with the jury, second with the televoters. And... Koliskova, my apologies, got top with the juries and second with the televoters. Heart still second with the jury. And then top with the televoters. So, I guess you could say they were overall happy with their entry. Sad for When Good Shoot the Door would have been better. Ah, okay. Or When God Shut the Door. I've never heard of it, personally, so... When God Shut the Door, I fell on the floor, I don't want war. Because, listen, a lot of Vidbar was that, wasn't it? It was about peace. It was about peace, a lot of it. But, hey, people preferred a bit of Heart of Steel. I think I did watch a thing on Overthinking Eurovision. They did say a lot of these were sort of, especially Koliskova and When God Shut the Door, were very of their origin, like very Ukrainian. Whereas Heart of Steel has a more Western sound, especially with the synth and the beats and the DJs and all the rest of it. So it's basically their way of saying, we're one of you guys now, if you know what I'm saying. Which I do wholeheartedly agree with. It's like very much that. Right. I don't have too much complaints, by the way, of Ukraine, but let's move on to Sweden as the final of the one of the national finals to speak about. I mean, what's to say about Melody Festival in this year, other than the obvious? But there you go. Obviously, some people do find it overrated. Not gonna lie, they do. But who's to say that they don't deserve it? There you go. Wait. Am I reading that right? Out of the first international jury, only got 1 point, which I believe was Croatia. I'm pretty sure he got 8 points. 5 Deep Under was better. Fair enough. An idea for national selection for the UK should consist of heats and final, with the first show starting in Inverness Leisure Centre and locations further down south of the UK as each heat progresses. This is the BBC we're talking about here. They do things on the cheap. Pretty much as per this year's competition. As far as I'm concerned. Like, they're doing it virtually on the cheap. Let's face it now. Come on. The BBC don't do expensive. If they can do it cheap, they want to do it cheap. That is all I will say to that. I'm pretty sure they got an 8 from Croatia. I'm fairly certain they did. I'm fairly certain they got an 8 from Croatia.
Mick, hello, good evening.
Yeah, they did. I think they get 1 point.
8 points go to Tattoo by Lauren.
There you go. she's probably the only one who's sort of gone. 6-4 rhythm on my show. Do. Yeah. She deserved it, but the song wasn't in my top 5 national finals. It's overrated for me. Drummer Ghost could have been so nice. That's televoting free from each age group. Ah! Fair enough. So babies hate tattoo. So babies prefer this. I can understand that. Toddlers, well, I say baby toddlers is a bit strong, but the younger group prefer this. That is understandable. Come on, they're voting for a baby face. Come on. Oh, that's funny. That is funny. And pretty much the rest of the age group, 10 to 15s, all the way to... Even the over 75s gave Tattoo 12 points. Come on. The toddlers gave Tattoo 1 point. That's funny. Come on, that is funny. That's probably the most interesting stat we've ever had from these national finals, which I love. The tone did not do that well. It has to be said. With anybody, never mind the public or the jurors. But I love Smashing to Pieces. But there you go. So literally they were converted into points. Ah! So if toddlers gave it 12, they would have got the full whack of 98. Sweden really includes everybody. Yeah, you're telling me. Toddlers for the televote, one of the real contests just for the chaos. I think that's funny. I think that's hilarious. Toddlers hate Loreen. Right, I think we're going to end it there on a really lovely note. That is funny. They prefer that. They prefer the baby face. Understand. They also prefer this baby face if you think about it with Marcus and Martinus. Where did that get 12? From the freaking toddlers. It didn't get a 12 from any of their televoters. Never mind the rest of them. It didn't get a 12 from the toddlers. Unbelievable. Just a joke. Anyway, never mind about all that. I'm going to end it. Oh, yeah, actually, interestingly enough, Paul Ray, on a minor note, poor old Royals, they got 56 from the jurors, 1 point from the televote, which was from the 60 to 74s. Oof. On that one. But wait, we now need to find out who would win the ESC with toddler votings. That would be funny. That would be interesting. But I'm going to be ending it all there. Sorry, everybody, but yeah, this is literally just going through the national final season. What was our highlights? What was our lowlights? Speaking about Poland's controversy, and that will do that. So yeah, tomorrow I won't be around. I'll be celebrating and doing bits and pieces. And of course, all through the week, I will be busy with my work. I don't know if I'll be making more videos. I've got video ideas in my head, but it's whether I've got the time to do them. That's the ultimate question. But yeah, either way, I will be back next Saturday with another live stream. My buddy Damo will be back. I may have another special guest. I'm not sure yet, but Nicole might be joining, my sister. But ultimately, me and Dave will be back discussing properly together all 37 entries for this year's Eurovision Song Contest. Who will be our big uns? Who will be our small uns? Who do we think is going to qualify? Who do we think's not going to qualify? And who do you think ultimately is going to win the whole thing? I won't be around. Sounds like he's dead or something. Oh, bless you. He's not dead. Trust me, he's not dead. I think he's just busy. Probably fishing. Ari says, highlight Finland and Norway, downlight Poland and Estonia, but at least Estonia was fair. It was fair overall, and I don't think they can complain too much. Certainly not in Estonia, and certainly not in Lithuania, even though that was very similar to Poland. But hey, it is what it is. Anyway, so we'll catch you guys next week for all the Eurovision funfair of discussing all 37 entries. And until then, I will see you in the next video or live stream. Bye, everybody. Bye-bye.